Also, what we have to understand that we forbid subliminal advertising, which was only forbidden in Western countries, but to be honest, it still happens anyway, but they probably changed the name for it. Subliminal advertising happens all the time. You have a very pretty woman coming on TV, and she's selling you some amazing cat food. I mean, since when was cat food related to a very pretty woman? Do you see? So when women who own a cat, they'll be like, oh, if I buy that cat food, maybe I'm going to look like her. Or the magazines, right? Wow, she's so gorgeous. Well, she doesn't exist. She's probably a really fat, ugly lady that had Photoshop, by the way. Yeah, they just like the dimensions of her face. But they pretend that these are human beings. So we think, oh, I have to be like that. And our societies in the Muslim world have become like this, especially you Asians. Wallahi, you've become colonized mentally. Your mother would say, you have to marry a nice Indian woman, but she has to be fair and white. She has to look white. You know, fair and lovely. You know, the cream that you have to make your women look white. I was in Malaysia for a tour a few years ago. I saw a big poster, fair and lovely because white is right. I was like, I laid the smack down on the Malays, man. I was like, what's wrong with you people? This is a sickness. You think you're following the West, but when you go to women in the West, what do they say? I want, well, they don't have an Indian accent for sure. They say, I want tall, dark and handsome. Wallahi, we don't know what we want. We don't even know what we want, subhanAllah. It's crazy. So we get colonized mentally even from these perspectives. So these are the subliminal type of advertising that affects. In Islam, that's forbidden. Do you know this? Subliminal advertising to deal with your subconscious and manipulate you like this is forbidden. It's like someone being a trickster, because according to the Sunnah, we know that's someone who cheats. So this is part of the maqasid of Islam. They may not be direct dalil, but when we take all of the Islam together, we see that it's forcing you to a certain perspective. And I would argue, I'm not a sheikh by the way, or mufti, he called me a sheikh twice, I'm not a sheikh, more of a milkshake than a sheikh. Yeah? Vanilla, my favorite. So the point is, there will be subliminal advertising to be totally haram. So there are Do you like my beatbox? Well, check out this box. It's a much better box. Do you know why? Because it's a box of guidance, brothers and sisters. Allah says in the Quran, "Ud'u ila sabili rabbika," call to the way of your Lord. And what better way in giving someone not a beatbox, but a dawah box?